Hey everyone, today's video is packed with red-hot news about Newcastle United. And I'll tell you right now, the final story is a real bombshell involving our star man, Alexander Isak. So make sure you watch until the end, because you do not want to miss this one. But before we get there, we got two other big updates that help paint the full picture of what's going on behind the scenes at our club. Let's get started. News 1. Newcastle move for James Trafford. To kick things off today, let's go straight to the goal, literally, because Newcastle United are getting closer and closer to signing James Trafford, the young goalkeeper who's quickly becoming one of the most talked about names in the transfer market. If you're not too familiar with him yet, Trafford is just 22 years old, but has already shown massive potential. He's currently Burnley's number one and played a key role in their promotion back to the Premier League. How many clean sheets did he keep last season? A staggering 29. That's an incredible number and shows just how solid and reliable he is at the back. Now, according to journalist Fabrizio Romano, Newcastle have gone back in strong for the player. Talks with Burnley are underway and could accelerate as early as next week. The Clarets are asking for around £40 million, but there's a chance that fee could come down during negotiations. Here's an interesting twist. Trafford nearly joined Newcastle last summer, when everything was almost agreed. But then Nottingham Forest came into the picture, demanding that another goalkeeper, Greek international Odysseus Lakodimos, be part of a financial balancing act involving Elliot Anderson's move. That threw the whole deal off course. Still, Newcastle's interest never disappeared. And now that the window is open again, the chances of this deal happening are much stronger. Even better, Newcastle already have a personal agreement with the player. That's right, Trafford is said to have a verbal agreement in place since last year. And it's not just speculation. The keeper himself recently said in an interview that he was really disappointed when the transfer didn't happen in 2023 because he genuinely wanted to come and play at St. James Park. If the deal goes through, Trafford will be brought in to compete with none other than Nick Pope, our current first-choice goalkeeper. And here's where it gets interesting. Pope has Eddie Howe's full confidence. The manager has even said he's one of the best keepers he's ever worked with. But Trafford is arriving with plenty of hype and is ready to fight for that number one shirt. In other words, we'd have serious competition between the sticks. Bringing him in also shows that Newcastle are thinking about the long term. Pope is already 32, and signing a young, high-potential goalkeeper like Trafford could be a smart move to secure that position for years to come. So, Magpies fans, keep your eyes peeled. This deal could be wrapped up very soon, and if it all goes to plan, James Trafford might be the next man guarding the goal for Newcastle United in pre-season. On News 2, Scalvini, the defender who could join Tonali. Now let's talk about defense, because Newcastle United are keeping a close eye on the market, and there's a new name gaining momentum behind the scenes, Giorgio Scalvini, Atalanta centre-back and Italy international teammate of our very own Sandro Tonali. Here's the scoop. Scalvini is just 21 years old, but he already has an impressive track record. He made his senior debut for Atalanta at just 17 and has racked up over 100 appearances for the Italian side, including a massive achievement last season, helping the team win the UEFA Europa League. That's huge, especially for someone his age. According to Italian journalist Matteo Moretto, Newcastle are very interested in the defender and are considering making an official bid in the coming days. And it makes sense. Newcastle backline needs fresh legs. Right now, Sven Botman is the only centre-back under 30. The others, Scar, Burn and Lascelles, are all more experienced, and the club want to inject some youth and energy into the squad. Of course, there's one concern. Scalvini had a tough time physically last season. He suffered 2 major injuries, including a shoulder problem that kept him out for several months. But here's something for fans to remember. Tino Livramento. He arrived at Newcastle also recovering from a serious injury, and now is a fan favorite and a first-team regular. So, the club has already shown it knows how to handle talented young players returning from injuries. If they got it right with Livramento, why not take a chance on Scalvini too? His potential is massive, and he could be a huge asset for both the present and the future. There's another plus here, his connection with Tonali. The two have played together for Italy, and that familiarity could help Scalvini settle in quickly. Tonali's presence might even help convince him to make the move. For now, Atalanta don't want to sell, but they know that if the right offer comes along, it'll be hard to say no. Newcastle are currently weighing up whether it's worth going all in. So keep an eye on this story. We could soon have a big name joining our defensive unit. If everything falls into place, Giorgio Scalvini might be pulling on the black and white shirt before long. News 3. Bombshell. Isaac to Liverpool. Shearer's epic response. And now, the story that's shaking up Tyneside and making every Newcastle fan's heart race. This is a bombshell of the day, and it's all about Alexander Isak. Yes, our number 14. Our goal machine. Our star up front. Is being linked, again, with a move to Liverpool. According to reports in the English press, the Anfield Club are preparing a huge bid to try and lure Isak away from St. James Park. Cue chaos across social media. That's when former player and current TalkSport pundit Jason Cundy stirred the pot even more. He claimed that if Liverpool offer more than £150 million, Newcastle should seriously consider selling. According to him, it could be smart business, money that could be reinvested in the squad. But seriously? One man who didn't like that one bit was none other than club legend Alan Shearer. During his podcast The Rest is Football with Gary Lineker, the topic came up. Lineker cheekily suggested Isak would be the perfect number 9 for Liverpool. And Shearer's response? No words, just both middle fingers in the air, straight to the point, and exactly how every Newcastle fan felt. But the club itself has also made its stance clear. Newcastle CEO Darren Eales said it would be crazy to sell their top players right now. And he's right. The club is building something big, a serious project. Selling your biggest asset now? That's not part of the plan. Isak himself has also spoken out in recent interviews. He's declared how much he loved the city, the club, and the fans. He's under contract until 2028. There's no release clause, and the club isn't under any financial pressure to sell, thanks in part to previous sales like Elliot Anderson and Yankuba Minter. So for now, Newcastle fans can breathe easy. Our number 14 isn't going anywhere. Despite interest from giants like Liverpool, the message has been loud and clear, from Shearer, from the board, and from Isak himself. Alexander Isak is a Newcastle player and is here to stay. Now let's see what the next twist in this crazy transfer window will be, because you just know this drama's far from over. So, Newcastle fans, what a day it's been. A new keeper could be on the way, an Italian centre-back is on the radar, and wild rumours swirling around Isak. Now it's over to you. Would you sell Isak for £150 million? Or is he untouchable? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know what you think. And of course, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because we've got even more red-hot Newcastle news coming your way tomorrow.